A new episode of Math Loves Calculus. In this episode, we will talk about the topics, limits, and derivatives by definition. Please enjoy.
Okay, first we will gonna explain problem 18. That is limit when x approaches 2 of a square root of x plus 7 minus 3 over x minus 2. The first step is multiplying the conjugate of the numerator, putting the conjugate on top and on the bottom.
So we can cancel this one. So we can cancel this one.
Okay, this step we make it mainly to cancel the square root. First, let's remember how to do a conjugate. It's a plus b multiplied by a minus b equals a squared minus b squared. Now let's remember how to multiply conjugates. It's Now we're going to multiply. And this would be negative 2. These two will cancel because they are the same. Okay. The last step is to put the 2 on the x. This will be 3. No. And this will give you 1 over 6. The limit of this function would be 1 over 6.
Now we're gonna make question number 57, which is the finding the derivative of, by definition, of the function of x, which is square root of x plus 5. It is actually quite easy. You just need to add this to our function, that is f of x is equal to f of x plus h, f prime of x minus f of x, all of it over h. So this basically changes into function prime of x is equal to square root of x plus h plus 5 minus square root of x plus 5. All of this over the h. Now, in order to cancel this square root, which will actually bother us a lot, we need to multiply both square roots. We need to multiply by its conjugates, which will be our next step.
Okay, so now we're gonna multiply this function by its conjugate. Okay, so now that we have this, we can begin to cancel the square roots and begin to solve what's on top on the numerator, and just add this here with the h. Okay, so I'm gonna begin to solve this function so I can begin canceling and get the final prime. You can cancel these two x's and the two 5's, and you will get an h remaining. This one will have to stay, and the function right now would simply be h over h and the rest of the conjugate. H plus 5 plus square root h plus 5. And here you can simply cancel both h's and solve this one. So the complete function would be its limit while h approaches 0. So what we need to do here is replace the h with a 0 and begin to solve the final function. Okay, so the limit of fx prime, well, h approaches 0 is 1 over x plus 0 plus 5 plus right, so our final answer will be f prime of x equals 1 over 2 square root of x plus 5. So this is our final answer.
Yeah.
Okay, to get full points on a problem like this on your exam, you're gonna need to have the correct notations always. So the correct notation would be limit when h approaches 0, and be sure to add it to all of your procedure. If you don't do this, you will probably get points off and make your teacher really, well, pretty annoyed.